Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. This is Mrs. G. Today we are going to be looking at the 2018 Geography CSEC Paper 1. Let's get ready. Alright, so as we get started, I want to say a big shout out to the grade 11 students at Line Path Secondary in Guyana. Thank you guys, you are always watching. Let's go to number 1. Number 1. Items 1 to 3 refer to the following map, and we are seeing the map. What is the contour interval used on the map? So contour interval is referring to the spacing that is in between the contour lines. So we have contour lines at 100, 200, 300, 400. So the difference in between each is going to be 100. So we look for that in our answers. That's B, 100 feet. Number 2. In which of the following direction does the Boot River flow? So let's find the Boot River. This is the Boot River here. We know that rivers flow from highland to lowland. So we can see the highland up here, and we know also that the river flows towards the sea. Here is the sea, so we have the river starting up here heading in this direction. So if we were to put our north-south line here, we would realize that the river is flowing in a southeasterly direction. So let's look for that in our answer. The answer is southeast, that is letter D. For number 3, what settlement pattern is shown in the grid square labeled A? So let's go back to the map. Grid square labeled A, settlement pattern. So the buildings would be suggesting the places where persons are living. So we look at the buildings here, they are all set out along a roadway. So that is linear pattern. So for number 3, the answer is A. Let's go to number 4. In the diagram above, the feature labeled 1 is here it is, 1. Alright, so we're seeing the river. We can see that it's entering the sea. So this right here is a delta. So it's basically a separation, one small area where the water is running into the sea. So that is called a distributary. So that is letter D for number 4, distributary. Number 5. On the diagram above, the landform shown at X and Y respectively are so we're looking at X and Y. X is here, we see it's right beside the sea, flat land stretching all the way across the 50. Then at the top here, we have a round top hill, but it is very wide, so we can call it a plateau. So this one is a plateau. So we're looking for any answer that has plateau in it. So let's go. Plateau and ridge maybe, but that's not a ridge. Coastal plain and plateau, yes. Ridge and round top hill. Coastal plain and round top hill. So this is a coastal plain. We can see the plain that is literally on the coast, and at the top here it is very wide, so we have a plateau, which is a flat topped hill. So the answer for number 5 is going to be B. Number 6. Item 6 to 7 refers to the following graph, which shows long-term changes in global temperatures over the last 2 centuries. What degree of change in global temperatures was recorded between 1910 and 1940? So since it is asking for a degree of change, we need to look at the graph. It says between 1910 and 1940. So this is 1900 to 1920. Right in the middle here would have been 1910. And then it goes to 1940. So we're looking for the change. So this section shows the annual surface temperature. At 1910, the surface temperature is 13.7, and it goes up to 14. So the change between 14 and 13.7 is 0.3. So we are going to be looking at our responses. For number 6, the answer is letter B. Number 7, the largest change in the annual mean global temperature occurred over the period. So we need to find the period that has the largest change. Largest change would have been from here to here. Based on the graph, you can see the sharp increase. So that is between 1970 and 1990. So we can look for that in our response. 1970 to 1990. So that is letter C. Items 8 to 9 refer to the following sketch map. Let's look at items 8 to 9. The feature labeled S is situated in grid square. So we're looking for S. Here it is. And to do the grid, it's a 4-figure grid, so you're basically using capital letter L. So this is 9327. So that's what we're looking for the response. Number 8, 9327, that is letter C. Number 9, the feature passing through Q is A. So let's go back and find Q. Here is Q. So even if you're not sure what the thing is, you can always look on the key. That's the purpose. So based on this and this, we can see that Q, what's passing through Q, is actually a railway. So we look for that in our response again. The answer for number 9 would have been letter D. Items 10 to 12 refer to the following world map. What is the location of St. Petersburg? So let's find St. Petersburg first. We can see that it is on the line of 30 degrees east, and it is also on the line of 60 degrees, but it did not say if it's north or south. So we look for this 0-degree line here. It's above it, so we know that it is actually north. So for number 10, our answer is 60 degrees north and 30 degrees east. Here we go. 60 degrees north, 30 degrees east. That's our answer for number 10. Number 11, the direction of the prime meridian from New Orleans is, let's go back to the map. New Orleans is here, direction of the prime meridian. Remember that the prime meridian is the major line of longitude. So above here we have 90 degrees west. Prime meridian is right here. So it would have been west of the prime meridian. Let's go back to the question. It says direction of the prime meridian from New Orleans. So if we are at New Orleans, it means that it would be in the easterly direction. So we're looking for east for our answer. Number 11, the answer would have been A for east. Number 12, what time is it in New Orleans when it is 10 p.m. on Monday in St. Petersburg? So it is 10 p.m. here. We are heading back to New Orleans. So we would need to subtract the time. And usually 15 degrees equal 1 hour. Here it is actually 0 to 30 degrees. So we would be subtracting 2 hours. So St. Petersburg here, 10 p.m., 9 p.m., 8 p.m., 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2 a.m. So at 90 degrees west, that would have been 2 a.m. for New Orleans. Let's look at it here. So at St. Petersburg here, it is 10 p.m. on the Monday. We are heading in a westerly direction, so time would be decreased, so we would need to subtract. It is 30 degrees east, 0, so they have 30-degree intervals. Usually 15 degrees equal 1 hour, so we are going to be subtracting 2 hours for each grid when we go back. So it is 10 p.m. on a Monday, so 9 p.m., 8 p.m., 7 p.m., 6 p.m., 5 p.m., 4 p.m., 3 p.m., 2 p.m., on Monday. So at New Orleans, it would have been 2 p.m. on Monday. That is letter A for your answer. Item 13 refers to the following diagram, which shows a coastline. Which of the following features is not shown on the diagram? Cliff, headland, bayhead beach, or a wave-cut platform? So we are seeing a cliff right here. We are seeing the headland as well. We are seeing the bayhead beach, but there is no visible wave-cut platform. So the answer for number 13 would have been letter D. Item 14 refers to the following contour sketch map. Contours are in meters, showing points X and W and area Y. The bearing of X from W is approximately, so it is the bearing of X from W. So W is our starting point. We would have drawn our north-south line right here. That means when we connect the 2 points here, this would have been closer to northwest, and northwest in terms of degrees would have been 300 and something, somewhere about there based on this location. So we can already figure out that our answer for number 14 would have been letter D. If we're doing it on paper though, you would have drawn your line and then you would have utilized your compass to ensure that you get that correct. If you're not sure how to work out bearings, there is another video that I have. I'll put the link at the top up here. That is on exactly how to calculate angular bearings, as well as how to calculate compass direction. Number 15. Item 15 refers to the following diagram, which shows air rising and clouds forming over a highland. At what height in meters above sea level does condensation begin? So let us see. We know that condensation would start the forming of clouds. So we're just looking to see the height at which the cloud starts forming. And we look across to see the height here in meters. So that's approximately 600 meters. So our answer for number 15 would have been letter C. For number 16, the feature labeled M is A. levee, B. terrace, C. waterfall, D. floodplain. So right here beside the floodplain, these are called levees, so that is letter A, the answer for number 16. 17. Which of the following features form in the area marked N? So N is our floodplain, so for 17, the answer would have been letter C. Number 18. Which of the following conditions is needed for the growth of coral? A. Cloudy or turbid water? No. B. Very gentle wave action. C. Fresh, low salinity water. D. Warm water temperatures. The answer for 18 is going to be letter D. Corals need warm water temperatures in order to grow. Items 19 to 20 refer to the following rainfall and temperature graph for country P. Which month has the highest temperature? So you are basically looking to see which month has the highest temperature. Let's find temperature first of all. Temperature is here and the highest temperature is here, so this looks like September. So for 19, the answer would have been letter D, that is September. Number 20. Which of the following types of climates is represented by the information in the graph? So we have high rainfall and high temperatures. So we are looking at equatorial climate, high rainfall and high temperatures. So for number 20, that would be letter B. Number 21. A volcanic spine develops when A. The lava is viscous, B. A caldera is present, C. The explosion is violent, D. Ash and cinder are ejected. The lava would need to be viscous so that it would cool quickly in order to create the volcanic spine. So for number 21, the letter would have been letter A. Item 22 referred to the following diagram. The diagram above represents a caldera. So you can see based on the top here that would have been blown off, and then you have smaller cones forming in the middle section. So for number 22, your answer is letter A. Item 23 refers to the following diagram. Diagram above shows population change, density, movement, or distribution. So density, well, based on this, you can tell your answer. It is giving you the persons per square kilometer. So that would have been how many persons are within a specific area per square kilometer. So that would have been population density. That is letter B for number 23. Number 24, item 24 to 25 refer to the data in the following table, which shows world production of aluminum in millions of tons in selected countries for the year 2003. So we are looking at the countries here, looking at aluminum production in tons, country, and aluminum production in tons again. Which country produced just over 1/10 of the aluminum in the world? So this is the world total, 27.7. So we're looking for the country that produced just over 1/10. So 1/10 of that would have been 2.7. So the answer can't be a country with 2.7. It needs to be one that is just above 2.7. Since this is in bold, just over 1/10, so it's not the USA. 3.5 would have been too far for Russia. Canada, 2.8. It seems like the obvious choice, and Argentina, 0.3. So the answer for 24 would have been letter C, which is Canada. 25. The number of tons of aluminum produced by Norway was, let's find Norway, that is 1.2. And remember that it is in tons, millions of tons. So for number 25, millions of tons, that would have been letter D, 1.2 million. Number 26. Which of the following features is formed by vertical erosion in the upper course of a river? We saw this question before, maybe on the 2009 paper as well. We have that paper, it has been done already, so you can look through that video. I will put a link at the top for you. So for number 26 here, vertical erosion, upper course of the river, what you can do is to look through your answers to see which one of the features are formed in the upper course. So for this one, our answer would have been interlocking spur. Number 27, the point where a river begins is referred to as the source. So for 27, the answer would have been letter C. 28, process of exfoliation may be defined as, we saw this question as well. Exfoliation, just like you're exfoliating your face, it means you're trying to get off the outer layers that you have. So that is A for number 28, peeling off the outer layers of the rocks. Number 29, a river that is wide, shallow, and has bars and islands around which the river flows in is described as, so it is wide, shallow, has bars and islands around which the river flows in is described as, number 29 would have been B for a braided river. Number 30, which of the following statements explains how vegetation contributes to the development of soils? A, decaying vegetation produces a habitat for earthworms. B, vegetation decomposes to produce the organic matter in soil. That is correct. C, roots, twigs, and leaves are washed downwards to increase the depth. No. Vegetation provides the parent material. No, it does not. So B would have been your answer. Vegetation decomposes to produce the organic matter in soil. We will stop here again at number 30 for this time around. I will go ahead and complete the 2018 paper. If you would like me to continue and complete the 2018 paper, please just subscribe to the channel, leave a comment, and ensure that you like the video. Again, it is always a pleasure to assist you. I like the messages that are coming where you ask for more papers or you send me a paper to work through with you. I really don't mind. Thank you again for watching. Ensure that you subscribe to the channel so you don't miss anything. And again, it is always my pleasure to assist you. Thanks for watching.